What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Arrow Season 6 and potentially The Flash Season 5. So if you've been watching Arrow and The Flash, you would know that Ferris Air and the Coast City pop up all the time. And if you're a comic book fan like me, you would know that's potentially hinting to Hal Jordan or John Stewart or a version of the Green Lantern. So in Season 1 of Arrow, episode Darkness on the Edge of Town, during a flashback, Oliver and Slade Wilson and Shadow attempted to stop Edward from shooting down a Ferris Air jetliner out of the sky. So obviously that's a reference. Season 3, an episode called Calm, where taking down some criminals at a boxing match. Ferris Air is seen on one of the billboards as the main sponsor, sponsoring the event. And then in Flash, Rogue Air, Barry Allen even says that Ferris Air in Central City closed down after one of their test pilots went missing. That's a Hal Jordan reference. You see where I'm going. So in Season 4, this is the most interesting reference we have to date. Or is it? Oliver Queen and Amanda Waller are having a conversation at a bar in Coast City. A man in a flight jacket walks past. I mean, if you weren't watching this episode properly, you would have missed it. And it was Hal Jordan, at least someone in a Hal Jordan jacket. So for me, this tells me that he does exist in the Arrowverse. Kind of like when they name drop Batman without actually showing him. So that was the most significant kind of wink we've had. So before we went into Arrow Season 5, so around this time last year, so 2016, around June, July, Mark Guggenheim said we would never be allowed to put Green Lantern into a TV show like they have with Superman, but they're allowed to do cheeky like winks. And then during Season 5, in a flashback with Talia al Ghul and Oliver's there's a Green Lantern and power battery on the table. So it's just crazy the amount of Green Lantern things there are. And then this is the biggest one, even bigger than the last one. During Season 5, we had a character called Susan Williams, who you had to call her Susan Williams. You couldn't just call her Susan. She was a reporter from Coast City, and in the comics, Susan Williams was married to Jim Jordan, the younger brother of Green Lantern Hal Jordan. So I'm a bit surprised that we didn't actually get more kind of Green Lantern references throughout Arrow Season 5. So will Green Lantern ever appear in the Arrowverse, or will he ever get his own show, or will he appear in Arrow? I think it is a really interesting subject, as every season of Arrow there's some kind of Coast City reference or some Bloodhaven reference. I really hope they are going somewhere with this Green Lantern references. So obviously the 2011 Green Lantern movie flopped, mainly due to timing and due to the story. This was nothing to do with Ryan Reynolds, as we know Ryan Reynolds was amazing as Deadpool. But the interesting thing is Mark Guggenheim was one of the writers for that movie. I know you know where I'm going. So this came out in 2011, and now he's a writer stroke producer. Well, at least a producer on the Arrow TV show, executive producer, sorry. So he has to okay certain things. So are all the cheeky Green Lantern winks coming from him? Personally, what I could see happening is when Arrow's done, maybe potentially having a Green Lantern movie. But yeah, there's some issues with this. Obviously, Green Lantern is part of the Justice League, part of the United Six. Mr. Henry Cavill keeps teasing Green Lantern on his Instagram and things like that. So it's apparent that you can't do a Justice League movie without having the Green Lantern in the movie. So I know what you're thinking. So we can have Flash is in the Justice League. We can have Superman as a cameo kind of role on Supergirl, but we can't have like Green Lantern, we can't have Aquaman, we can't have any other. So it is a bit strange. The only kind of reason I don't think we are going to get Green Lantern at the moment is there is the Green Lantern Corps movie scheduled to come out in 2020. But I don't really see this as a massive issue. Since Jeff Johns took over, they've been a bit more lax. I mean, we've had Deadshot, we had Captain Boomerang, and obviously there was Harley Quinn in Season 3, I believe it was at Arrow, but we didn't ever got to see her face because they pulled her, because obviously she was the main star of the Suicide Squad movie. So you can see where I'm going with this. So why can't we have the Green Lantern? Do you think the Green Lantern character either Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart, or maybe even a different version. Or, sorry, not different version, maybe a different character from the Green Lantern. I mean, we had Susan Williams. Could Hal Jordan one day pop up? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. But what I think would be really awesome is if Arrow does end one day, because obviously it's in season 6, and unless this next season massively improves in terms of viewership and the demo. I mean, personally, I think last season was amazing, but I think it averaged between 1.4 and 1.6 million views, which isn't really that high, seeing as Supergirl does better. So I think what would be awesome, we know we're getting Black Lightning next year, would be they could replace Arrow with a Green Lantern show, maybe. I mean, I'm not the biggest Green Lantern fan, but Green Lantern is pretty cool. He appeared in the Flash Rebirth issue 24, appeared at Barry Allen's birthday party, and then they both had to team up to take out someone, but I'm not going to ruin that comic book for you. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think about all these Green Lantern references and the Flash and Arrow. Is he ever going to appear on one of them? I mean, because if he did a cameo, if he appeared one day randomly on the Arrow or Flash, would it really be a big problem for the DC Extended Universe? I don't think it would. I think it would extend the reach of people knowing who the Green Lantern is. Because just because someone watches the Arrow and the Flash TV show doesn't mean they go watch the movies, if that makes any sense. Anyway, guys, this is just a short kind of video. My thoughts about what the hell's going on with the Green Lantern references. I mean, there's too many. Seriously. Please just bring Green Lantern to the show, because it just makes no sense to me. Anyway, guys, hit that Team Warstu notification button to join the notification squad, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace out.